The jokes write themselves. Oh my goodness. So I'm sure you guys have heard that the creator of Stonetoss comics has been doxxed on Twitter. Now, Stonetoss is known for his just anti-black, white nationalist propaganda that he spews, right? White ignorants love him, okay? They love Stonetoss because he's constantly promoting their, their anti-black narratives, their false narratives, just all their propaganda in comic format, right? That's how they try to get you. They try to get you through humor, and then boom, they drop, 1350 and all their high IQ propaganda nonsense. Anyways, he's been doxxed, and it's just, I don't know what to say. It's delicioso, okay? Because hear me out. All this time, many of these fools thought that he was a white guy, right? They thought he was a white guy. He was a based white guy, based, yeah. And we come to find out that he's a fat Latino, bruh. Bruh, it's crazy. It's crazy. Bro, he's from the DR. Well, he's not from the DR. His mom's from the DR. His mom is from Puerto Rico, bruh. His mom is from Puerto Rico. His father is apparently German or whatever. It's like Hans Christian something Maguger or something Granger, something like that. Bro, it is the craziest thing. And sure enough, if you look at him, he is literally the meme. You know the meme where it's like the the homeless looking guy whose all teeth are messed up, the ugly dude who thinks like he's like a Chad Alpha. Bro, he is the meme. He is the meme, bro. Do you hear me? He's fat. He's a fat Puerto Rican who has an inferiority complex. All right, he's a fat Puerto Rican who's a white supremacist. And I once again, I hate using that word, but that's what he is. And I'm just like, how does this happen, huh? How do you have a Puerto Rican mom, a German father, and you come out to be some freaking white nationalist hero or savior? It's crazy, but it gets even better. Apparently he was apparently a Red Panels who once again put out the same memes and stuff like that, same comics, anti-black, white nationalist propaganda. But they looked into his previous posts, and apparently he had a botched circumcision where now he can't. I'm sorry, it's not funny. It's not funny. Because this is honestly, it reminds me of like the joke of why, Hitler became, who he was all because, he wasn't let into art school. If he had just simply been let into art school, none of this would have happened. None of that would have happened. And it reminds me of this, is that if he hadn't had just that botched circumcision, none of this would have happened. He would have been a tool for white nationalist propaganda, because he talks about how he can't feel anything after, being with a woman, and he can't feel anything after, being with himself. And I can only imagine, right? I can only imagine what that would, what that would lead to. That would lead you to be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You can't, have a climax because of some circumcision. I'm sorry. It's not funny. It's not funny. But I have to say, this is some wild stuff, bro. We have a fat Puerto Rican who is spewing anti-black, white nationalist talking points on Twitter, who wears glasses, all this nerd stuff. And it's just like, he has a tweet. I remember this post. He put out a post like, hey, I'm in Japan and I consider myself 8.5 out of 10 and I'm tall and I'm an injured. And it's like, bruh, what? You're not that guy. You're not that guy at all. Like at all. He is the complete opposite of that guy. And it goes back to when it comes to these incels who are like hate women and stuff like that. It's like, well, the reason you feel that way is because you can't get them. That's what it seems like. And man, it's really interesting because when it comes to, anti-black racists and racism in this country, it really stems from a point of jealousy. It stems from a point of envy. And you know what? You really don't get it until you see one after another. And it's like, okay, I get why you may hate, Deshaun over there. You're short, fat, balding, and unintelligent. I get why you may look up to, I don't know, a Marjorie Taylor Greene or a Matt Gaetz or stuff like that, because to you, that's like what you envision yourself. And it boils back to, and I'm going to say this again, boils back to the whole Lyndon B. Johnson quote, where they have them thinking that just due to the color of their skin, they're superior. When you look at the metrics, in no way, shape, or form are they superior. So what do? They have to create metrics in which they come out on top. And it's really a lineage of evil. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what the deal is with this guy, but damn, I don't get it. And I would say it's post-traumatic slave syndrome, but I don't think he has a lineage of, FBA or Black American history. So it just goes back into brainwashing, right? It goes back into brainwashing because it's the same way how many Africans who come over here, not all, but many of them, they come over here with a concept of how Black Americans are and with a concept of how white Americans are. And they just, fit into that narrative. And of course, us being native to the country, we're here, we know as far as what they're capable of, all right? We know when we got here, what they did to us, our history, what is happening currently. So there's obviously a sense of understanding and nuance when it comes to their behavioral patterns with us, which they are not familiar with. And so you have these people who just want to feel embraced by somebody, right? So you probably have, a fat nerd like Stonetoss or Hans, who probably just wants to feel embraced by somebody. So if that adulation from people, you have to understand, that praise from people is a powerful, powerful thing. It's a powerful, I don't know, I won't say toxin, but it can be, because it gets people to do really egregious things just for, someone to applaud them, just for them to feel like they're part of the group. And you'll have someone like a, white Latino or, a Kunduz Owens and stuff like that who just want to feel respected. That's pretty much what it is. They want to feel, embraced by somebody. This is what leads them down to this rabbit hole of just anti-Black, or racist mentality. And it's really a sad thing to see, but in this case, it's absolutely hysterical, because that's what the majority of them are. Behind all these troll accounts on Twitter, hell, we can even look at Elon and the anti-Black he promotes. What is Elon? He was balding at first. He's fat, he's overweight, he has a kid who doesn't love him. So you have to understand, he wants to be embraced. Who is he found to be embraced by? Freaking white ignorance. That's who he's decided to get with. He's decided to get with the people who do not fund his business endeavors. Ain't none of those freaking simpletons gonna go around with an electric car. They drive a Ford truck diesel. That's what they drive. They're not getting any Tesla, bro. They're not getting any Tesla. When it comes to the Mars, they're not going out. Bro, most of them haven't even been out of the city, much less out of the planet, bro. Come on now. So but those are the people who are applauding him. Hey, free speech warrior. So it's, it's really sad to see. Really sad to see how they can just be just snatched like that. But hey, we gotta laugh somehow. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Whether or not you believe Lucas, this is horrible. Okay, this is horrible. He's such a nice person. He made tons of white nationalists laugh. or if you have believe, hey, it is what it is. You put out so much venom and toxicity and anti-Black hatred out there, it's gonna come back. Sooner or later, it's going to come back. It always does. This, white nationalist propaganda from someone who's not even white. That's the sad part. There really needs to be like a documentary on these people and like what happened to their brains. Nevertheless, if you happen to disagree, you're more than welcome to call in during Disagreement Day, which is typically held Friday through Sunday. There'll be a number on screen. You call in, we duke it out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment. Let me know what you guys think about the situation. Share and subscribe and that fun stuff. Till next time, guys, be amazing. But it gets even better.